This is CBC Vancouver News.
The Stanley Park Seawall is closed after a slope collapse brought down by days of unrelenting rain. Plus,
I think it'll definitely make everyone feel safe.
I guess it depends on where the data eventually ends up and what it's used for.
6 months ahead of the World Cup, FIFA security cameras are being installed.
Really concerning to me that an international sporting organization can dictate what people in Vancouver can do in their public and shared spaces.
And it's the final holiday shopping surge.
It's hard to find those nice local made ones at like a budget friendly price.
This year we're seeing about a 40% downtrend in sales.
For many, more frugal spending than years past. Good evening, I'm Tanya Fletcher. Thanks for joining us. We begin on the Stanley Park Seawall, which is closed tonight because of a significant mudslide. These photos were taken around noon today near Siwash Rock. The Vancouver Park Board says the slide was caused by significant rainfall, which sent a wall of mud, rocks, and vegetation down onto the seawall. City staff and engineers are on site assessing slope stability and cleaning up that mess of debris. As a result, access is now blocked from 3rd Beach to the Lionsgate Bridge. Officials have not given an estimated timeline of how long it'll be shut down. An update on the landslide that's crippled Highway 3 between Princeton and Hope. The province now says the site has been cleared and the road rerouted. The temporary detour will be in place as early as Boxing Day. This 50-meter stretch of Highway 3 was washed out by heavy rains last week. Initially, it was estimated to take weeks to fix, but now engineering staff say less construction is needed than first thought, and utilities won't have to be relocated. BC's Transportation Ministry expects the short-term detour to be ready between December 26th and January 1st. Officials say it'll have slower speed limits until the permanent repairs are finished. Well, privacy advocates are raising concerns as hundreds of extra surveillance cameras are installed around Vancouver. They're for the FIFA World Cup games slated for next summer. Yasmin Benaya shows us why artificial intelligence may heighten the risk.
With just under 6 months to go until Canada co-hosts the 2026 FIFA World Cup, Vancouver is getting ready to keep closer watch on the public, installing roughly 200 closed-circuit surveillance cameras in areas tied to World Cup activities.
I think it'll definitely make everyone feel safe.
I guess it depends on where the data eventually ends up and what it's used for.
The Vancouver Host Committee says the cameras are required under its contract with FIFA. It says they're temporary and will be used strictly for public safety, then removed once the World Cup ends. But that's not reassuring to some.
It's really concerning to me that an international sporting organization can dictate what people in Vancouver can do in their public and shared spaces. It's really turning that into a FIFA space.
Canada's other FIFA host city, Toronto, also says it will install CCTV cameras.
It's less about the camera technology than what can be done with the data that is captured by the cameras.
Privacy experts warn surveillance footage can contain highly sensitive information. Artificial intelligence makes you even more vulnerable.
It can track your face, it can track your gait, how you walk, it can collect voice data and even your voice prints.
The City of Vancouver says access to the footage will be limited to authorized personnel and handled in line with city policy and privacy law. But it also confirms footage may be shared with FIFA and security contractors, raising further concerns.
FIFA is not a Canadian public body. Security contractors, they may or may not be based inside of Canada. Hopefully they are.
For now, the city says cameras are still in the testing stage and all images captured will be blurred during that phase. The surveillance system is expected to be in full operation when the World Cup kicks off in June. Yasmin Ranea, CBC News, Vancouver.
Fighting and violence continues to rage along the border of Thailand and Cambodia. The reignited conflict displacing hundreds of thousands of people from both countries. And as Janella Hamilton reports, those here in BC with connections say it's brought up trauma going back decades.
Cambodia need peace. Calls for peace ring throughout downtown Vancouver Sunday as dozens march, protesting the latest deadly clash between Thailand and Cambodia over 800 kilometers of land along their shared border.
It has escalated into a humanitarian crisis. There are hundreds of thousands of people on both sides, so nearly 1 million people have been displaced by this conflict.
My partner has actually been part of direct aid efforts over there, where you see hundreds of Cambodian volunteers accepting money, accepting donations of all sorts of items, packaging them, and sending them to the camps.
For some in BC who have family members there, the escalating violence brings up past trauma.
My parents, our elders, all escaped the Khmer Rouge in the 70s, and for them, they came here to give us a better life, but with this, it brings up a lot of generational trauma, a lot of PTSD.
More than 24 people on both sides of the border were reportedly killed in last week's fighting, while more than 500,000 have been displaced.
Every day we are looking at the news on the YouTube, and make us so sad.
On Friday, U.S. President Donald Trump announced an agreement to restart a ceasefire after speaking with the country's respective prime ministers. But Thailand disputes his claim that a ceasefire had been reached. In a social media post earlier this month, the Canadian government said it is deeply concerned with the escalating violence and urges both sides to return to dialogue toward a peaceful long-term resolution. But these protesters are calling on Ottawa to step in and help the countries reach an immediate agreement.
Canada has an initiative to grow their relations with the ASEAN countries, including Cambodia, and this is a way for Canada to step up and exercise leadership.
I just hope for peace because we share so much rich history, like Cambodians and Thai. We have so much shared heritage and culture.
A century-old border dispute that has many here left wondering if the fighting will ever stop. Janella Hamilton, CBC News, Vancouver.
To the Okanagan now. Penticton is urging the provincial government to do more on a broader level to address mental health and addictions in the community. It comes after City Council rejected a proposal from BC Housing to build tiny homes as an answer to homelessness. Tiffany Goodwin has the latest.
Two Penticton city councillors have put forward a notice of motion asking the province for a detox and recovery treatment centre in the city. Councillors Jason Rainan and Shannon Stewart believe a detox and recovery centre would help address gaps in the community when it comes to mental health and addictions treatment. Currently, there are no detox centres in the city, with the closest ones being in Kelowna, Kamloops and Castlegar. Interior Health tells CBC News that the wait times for those facilities vary, anywhere from 2.5 days to 2 weeks. Earlier this month, Council rejected a tiny homes proposal from BC Housing after receiving significant opposition regarding a proposed safe injection site. Many residents and some city councillors questioned why the facility can't be dry, meaning with no drug use on site. However, BC Housing told the city that they do not fund dry facilities and said that if a dry facility was put in, it would only help around 10 people. City Council is expected to discuss the notice of motion at its January 20th meeting. Tiffany Goodwin, CBC News, Penticton.
Someone on Gabriola Island has taken traffic safety into their own hands. More than a dozen barriers have mysteriously appeared on the island's notorious Ferry Hill. Claire Palmer explains.
You may not notice them when you first walk past. White posts wrapped with strips of reflective tape. Delineators on the side of the road on Gabriola Island meant to slow drivers and improve road safety. Something that you may see in your very neighborhood. But for those on the island, it's vigilante traffic justice.
It was done in the middle of the night by somebody here on the island.
These plastic beams popped up overnight last week, with the Regional District of Nanaimo and Ministry of Transportation left to wonder who did it. But those in the community say they know who did it, but they aren't spilling.
We're thankful and we're not ratting anyone out.
Every 40 minutes or so, a ferry arrives on Gabriola Island. With it comes a quick influx of drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians, increasing traffic congestion.
There are no crosswalks, no lights, and often people don't even bother to stop at the stop signs.
Earl is with the Gabriola Transportation Society and has been calling for interventions at the intersection and says that the delineators help visualize the issue.
It's great because it raises the issue. People see it and they think, yes, something needs to be done, and so hopefully something will get done.
Vanessa Craig is the area director with the Regional District of Nanaimo and says she assumed that the ministry had installed them.
I wouldn't encourage people to take things into their own hands, but as I said, I understand the frustration.
In an email, the Ministry of Transportation says it's working to confirm who installed the delineators and that removal is not currently planned, but will be considered if safety or operational issues arise. Craig says that there's a regional district work plan for 2026, and there's still a long way to go before any major upgrades start to happen. Claire Palmer, CBC News, Gabriola.
It is the final weekend before Christmas, and that means a flurry of shopping activity to cross off all those gift lists. But this year, many are doing so under a cloud of economic uncertainty.
There's also a bit of a surge toward Canadian items a bit this year. That's probably waning a little bit because sometimes Canadian items cost a little more.
Experts say the ongoing trade war with the U.S. has fueled a sense of Canadian nationalism, boosting the buy local movement. A TD Bank survey shows 81% of shoppers plan to support Canadian businesses this year. Friday was said to be the biggest shopping day of the season, but still a few days left for all you procrastinators. Well, the holiday season is often filled with joy and excitement, yes, but it can also be overstimulating for neurodivergent people. As Jay Zebinal explains, experts say there are ways to navigate the heightened sensory overloads this time of year.
It's celebrated as the most wonderful time of the year.
During this time of year, we often will have fun family plans to go to a market or go to a light show, and everybody will be excited and everybody has their own idea of what that's going to look like.
But the holiday season can also be overwhelming for neurodivergent children, youth, and adults. Sabrina Eubank is a mom to a neurodiverse teen. She says crowded, noisy environments can sometimes be a trigger to her son.
So even though he wants to go to the light show, it's like once we get there, it's crowded, it's busy, it's loud. We knew it was going to be loud. We told him, he knew, he he brought his headphones, and he was ready for it to be loud, but even then, it's still not working. And he doesn't like it, and it is overstimulating.
Marlo Yumiski is with a nonprofit that provides neuro-affirming programs for kids and adults. She says sensory overload happens when the brain receives more sensory input than it can process.
It's really common in the neurodivergent community, so people with learning differences or brain-based differences like autism, ADHD, dyslexia, and other types of things. But it affects people more than we realize. Actually, 1 in 6 children have sensory processing differences that affect them day to day. So in the holidays, that's put on extreme pressure.
Her advice to families this holiday season: plan ahead and identify potential triggers. Maintain routines like meal times and bedtimes, and create a personalized holiday comfort kit.
There's a lot of sensory tools we can use, like headphones, sunglasses, weighted blankets, and other things too that can help bring calm in those moments. So what these do is when they're soft and comforting and can be warming, especially if temperature is something that you need to control, but they also create like a heavy feeling in your body, and it's the same sensory input as when you get a hug.
It's the small adjustment, she adds, like some quiet time that will help kids stay included rather than isolated this holiday season. Jay Zabinel, CBC News, Vancouver.
Vancouver is getting into the holiday spirit this season with the return of free horse-drawn carriage rides through Gastown. It's a tradition that first started in the 1980s and then was reintroduced this year. We tagged along today.
Run, run, Rudolph. Run, run, Rudolph. Santa's got to make it to town.
We are celebrating the magic of Gastown, which is a neighborhood-wide celebration. We have carolers, our brass band, nostalgic activations, lights, and obviously we have the horse-drawn carriages here today. Our campaign this year is the magic of Gastown, and with Gastown being that historic neighborhood, we have the cobblestones, the lights. What's more magical than bringing, the horse-drawn carriages down? And there's nowhere else really that you'll be able to hop into a local shop, go into a restaurant, and then get on a horse-drawn carriage at the end. People are super, super excited. We've had amazing feedback. We had a really busy line of excited visitors ready to get on the horse-drawn carriages. People are really just enjoying the vibe and the music, and it's creating excitement. And we're a few days from Christmas, so yeah, the response has been amazing.
Coming up in his final interview of the year, Canada's Prime Minister hits back at critics who say he's abandoned environmental priorities. That's next. Welcome back. In international news, at least 9 people have been killed at a pub in South Africa. Police say the attack involved about a dozen gunmen who swarmed in and opened fire. It happened at a tavern in a township outside Johannesburg. Investigators say the gunmen continued shooting at random as they took off. It follows a similar attack in South Africa 2 weeks ago when 11 people died near Pretoria. Elsewhere overseas, Australia's Prime Minister was booed at a vigil on Bondi Beach a week after the deadly attack at that very spot. But as Michelle Song shows us, unity was a focus as the country observed a national day of reflection.
Consoling and remembering, more than 10,000 people gathered on Sydney's Bondi Beach for a vigil, lighting candles and observing a minute of silence. Exactly 1 week after 2 gunmen opened fire on a Jewish festival, killing 15 people.
Australia was always the lucky country for Jews. But sadly, no more.
With snipers watching and police boats in the water, security was tight, yet the feeling of safety shattered for Australia's Jewish community.
He rolled down the window and asked somebody what was happening, and they were like, it's a shooter.
Flowers laid out on the beach honor those killed, including 10-year-old Matilda, Rabbi Eli Schlanger, and Holocaust survivor Alexander Kleitman. But in the sadness, there is anger too. Australia's Prime Minister was booed at the event. Critics say he hasn't done enough to curb anti-Semitism.
Our Prime Minister has not been great. He has not been present.
He has since vowed to strengthen hate laws and launched a gun buyback program, while New South Wales legislators are reconvening early to debate new gun limits.
This crime was an attempt to marginalise and scatter, to intimidate and cause fear.
There were cheers for the father of Ahmed al-Ahmed, the Muslim man credited with saving countless lives when he disarmed one shooter. His words read to the crowd.
Quote, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. Today, I stand with you, my brothers and sisters. Thank you, Ahmed."
One young survivor reminded mourners to search out light over darkness.
We're obviously mourning, but we're getting stronger as a nation, and we're growing, and sometimes growing hurts, but we're growing.
And light did shine. The menorah lit at Bondi, where it could not be lit just a week ago. Michelle Song, CBC News, Toronto.
Back here at home, Canada's Prime Minister is pushing back against any suggestion he's abandoning the fight against climate change. In a year-end interview with CBC News, Mark Carney also defended his energy deal with Alberta. Olivia Stefanovich has a reaction, including from the leader of the Green Party, who calls it a betrayal.
The Prime Minister insists he's still committed to fighting climate change, even as Mark Carney faces increasing scrutiny suggesting otherwise.
This government is 100% focused on doing things that are going to reduce emissions. We are going to grow clean energy in this country at a scale never seen before.
But in a year-end interview, Carney told CBC News chief political correspondent Rosemary Barton a new bitumen pipeline may also be in Canada's interest.
And if we can do it in a way that is supported, Indigenous peoples as full partners, British Columbia, Alberta.
Carney already faced pushback for rolling back environmental policies, including the consumer carbon price. But the agreement the Prime Minister signed with Alberta, paving the way for a potential new pipeline, pushed environmentalist Stephen Guilbeault to resign from cabinet.
Him and I have a different view of how we should go about fighting climate change.
Carney says he would have liked to have seen Guilbeault stay on. He says he knew what was in the Memorandum of Understanding with Alberta.
And elements of the MOU were changed, consistent with his views.
I'm troubled by the discrepancies.
Ms. May. Green Party leader Elizabeth May says Guilbeault personally asked for her vote on the federal budget in exchange for climate assurances, later reversed in the MOU.
But this is particularly difficult because I was a participant in enough of those discussions to feel betrayed.
We have too much regulation, not enough action.
The Prime Minister says climate policies introduced by former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government aren't working, and a new approach is needed.
So far, all we're getting is talk, and the talk that we're hearing, it does not line up with fighting climate change. In fact, it's going in the wrong direction.
In his year-end interview, Carney referenced new data from the Federal Environment Department. It shows that Canada is falling well short of its 2030 climate goal. But what Carney didn't say is whether he has a plan to bring those targets back on track. But Carney is saying that his government will release a climate strategy and a separate one on nature in the new year. Olivia Stefanovich, CBC News, Ottawa.
You're looking at a live shot over top Georgia Street, looking towards the viaduct in Falls Creek. Snowfall warnings continue. We'll tell you exactly where with the full forecast next.
Hi, I'm Amy Bell, and this is your CBC Inbox.
CBC is a returning partner of the Push International Performing Arts Festival, January 22nd to February 8th. The festival features presentations of groundbreaking contemporary works of theater, dance, music, and multimedia. And ring in the new year with CBC. Watch a special live broadcast on New Year's Eve on CBC Gem, CBC TV, and the CBC News BC streaming channel. Coverage begins at 5 p.m.
Let's take a look at the forecast. Still lots going on, so we'll get right to it. That series of low pressure systems is still hitting the coast. You can see it's been coming in pulses, kind of those spotty showers off and on, off and on. But look at Wednesday morning. Here it comes up from the south, from Washington State, that next system, and that's when we're seeing more widespread snow, perhaps in many areas, as we start to cool off much more as well. For now, we still have a snowfall warning in effect for some of the mountain passes. This is for parts of the Coquihalla and Highway 3. Another 10 to 20 centimeters of snow expected tonight. It should taper off by tomorrow morning, though, and you can see we are still very cold in northern parts of BC. Nice to see that sun poking through, though. Classic if we're seeing a bit chillier, a bit clearer as well in many areas. For the lower mainland, though, lots more rain on the way. Look at that overnight low on Christmas Day, 0. So likely, probably not, but a chance of snow for Christmas. That's your late news for this Sunday, December 21st. For news anytime, anywhere, download the free CBC News app. You can always find us online as well. We're at cbc.ca/BC. Thank you so much for watching this weekend. Good night.